HCA Healthcare is one of the largest hospital groups in the United States, with a growing network of outpatient centres, surgery clinics and urgent care sites which complement its hospitals. It operates around 190 hospitals and 2,600 outpatient facilities, including surgery centres, urgent care clinics and physician practices. This scale matters. HCA sees millions of patients each year, which brings a level of cost efficiencies that smaller and not-for-profit hospitals struggle to match. That's one reason why HCA generates industry-leading margins. We see the HCA investment as relatively straightforward. It's a high-quality business with significant scale, strong local market positions, a disciplined management team, and a really good long-term history of execution. It also benefits from attractive demographic tailwinds, like the ageing population, which sees people use more healthcare services as they age. HCA has also focused on operating in faster-growing states like Florida and Texas, where we see population and employment growth faster, which gives HCA a distinct advantage over its peers which have less exposure to those states. This all translates to HCA growing revenue around 5% per year, with further growth from acquisitions. Then on top of that, HCA has a very large share repurchase program, which means that its earnings grow between 8 to 12% a year, which we see as attractive for a defensive business like this. There's also a bonus point. HCA is an AI story. So hospitals are large, labour-intensive businesses, and HCA is now using a number of AI tools to free up staffing and clinician time. So here's a few examples. The first is AI-powered nurse handovers. So HCA built with Google a tool which pulls together all the relevant patient information for shift changes between nurses, and it does 60,000 of these a day, so any efficiency is a huge benefit. There's also a new ambient listening clinician note tool which listens to conversations between patients and doctors and makes notes which the doctors then can finalise. And finally, there's a tool for nurse staffing called Timpani, and what this does is it matches patient demand with the hours that nurses put into the system and reduces HCA's need for expensive contract labour and means they're more efficient. HCA's share price has performed solidly over the last 5 years, delivering an annualised around 14% return. Now, towards the end of last year, shares had had a particularly strong run, which was largely driven by HCA's insulation from the tariffs that we saw and also the drug pricing reforms that had negatively impacted many other companies across the broader healthcare sector. Even good businesses need to be reassessed when the market backdrop changes. So this year, several regulatory changes have been implemented that we saw as potentially making it harder for HCA to grow its earnings. So these included cuts in subsidies for state funding for low-income insurance programs and also stricter eligibility requirements for government programs like Medicaid. So this was one of the reasons why we reduced our position in HCA earlier this year, despite us still liking HCA's long-term prospects. Since then, HCA shares have been weaker as the market has also started to recognise some of the risks that we were worried about. We continue to monitor the valuation and will look for opportunities to add to this high-quality business at the right price, as we believe the long-term structural drivers do remain firmly intact.